Zoom.
All right. All right. Let me, phone keeps.
I know if you go up to where it says Zoom at the very top of your computer, and you click on Preferences, it'll bring up the settings.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay, everybody ready? We got a lot to cover tonight. An awful lot. So we may not get it all in, but let me go
I
ahead.
do see it there too, Dale. If you hit it, it's really simple. It says echo cancellation. It's under Preferences, under Audio.
Under what? Under
Hit the Zoom.us. Hit Preferences, and then
where it says Zoom meeting at the top.
well, next to that, mine says Zoom.us, and then I scroll down and hit Preferences, and then it's
No, I don't
audio.
see
You
it.
scroll down, it
Yeah,
says
mine isn't like that at all. It just says Zoom and
Mine just says Zoom meeting.
Zoom meeting. Okay. You guys knows Windows things. Yeah, I gotta get real.
there's a gearbox on the upper right. You know, a gear that usually means settings.
Gear. Yeah, you could try that too, but if you'll see if you scroll down under audio, it says echo cancellation, and it's a button that stays clicked on mine all the time. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking
Because
for.
I don't have the gear. I just have where my Zoom application. It says Zoom.us, and I click on that, and then click on Preferences. So if you find the gear,
It's not in settings?
it would be in settings, I believe. Yeah,
Oh,
mine just says Preferences, though. I don't know why.
okay.
Pause recording. Stop recording. View. Stop recording. Screen share, chat, polls, participants, security.
Are you in
Stop.
settings, Dale?
Stop video. I don't see a settings button anywhere.
Huh.
Yeah,
And I'm the host. I ought to have that.
you should have everything.
Yeah. All right. Let's get going here. Well, the first thing I want to do is I want to run through quickly. I want to run through the PowerPoint for tomorrow night's call. I've got
Okay.
most of it done, but not all of it. But I need your feedback on a few things. So let me optimize for video clip, share sound. I wonder if it's one of those. Okay. All right. Can you see my PowerPoint? Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's we'll zip on through here. We're gonna have. I know we're gonna have Brenda. I'm not sure if Jonathan will be on, but we're gonna have Brenda. First thing I want to do is to recognize Vicki Fisher as our new region captain. And this is the only picture I have of her. And I sent it to her, and she does not have a picture of herself. So she said we're going to have to use this. So
Hey, Dale, wasn't she at the state meeting last year, the planning meeting? Or am I mixed up?
Yeah, she was. I sat right next to
yeah,
her.
she was there. Yeah.
Who took pictures? We should have one of her.
Yeah, I don't.
And the Indianapolis Gun Show last October. There ought to be plenty
Well,
of pics from that.
this is from the gun show. This one's
Yeah.
from the
I don't
gun
remember
show.
wearing that.
So anyway, okay.
Okay.
That'll have to do.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's a good.
here's the next thing. Do we want to give a Patriot pin away? Now, I think there's two possible candidates, and that's Diane Jones for her meeting with Representative Carbaugh.
I mean, Jill
Oh.
Jones.
No, Diane Jones.
You got Jill up
says-
there.
Don't worry. I haven't updated the slide.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry about that.
Okay.
And the other one would be Susan Perry. Perry,
Perry.
for doing that town hall type meeting in Richmond at the library where she got what was it, Senator Ratz attended.
Yeah.
Do you think those two are those two activities worthy of a Patriot pin?
Was this her first time out?
Yes.
Didn't you already give one to Liana?
No, no.
No, this is
I
old-
have
this
not,
is
I have
old.
not updated this slide. This is an
Oh,
old
okay,
slide, so
okay.
ignore the names on here.
Gotcha.
I would say yes for Diane. Susan Peary has not yet signed up to be a district captain. She's just kind of a volunteer that's very active, but that's my 2 cents. Either way is fine.
Well, you don't have to be a district captain to get a pin.
No.
That's true.
Yeah. I guess in a way, of course, what Diane meeting with her legislator, that's kind of an expectation of a district captain. Susan, I thought kind of went a little further, but hey, I'm all for recognizing people. So if it's okay with you guys, we'll do both of them. Okay.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
It's a good
I
way
got
to
nothing.
encourage people.
Like I said,
Yeah.
I like to recognize people. So
Yeah.
we'll just
Now, if it was a self-governance pin or something like that, that it'd be a different tale. But
now, when it comes to self-governance pin, we had decided that we were going to give, and I have already updated this. We were going to give Dan Stock a self-governance pin. So I think we had all decided to do that at our last meeting. Okay.
Good.
All right. Districts per region. I have not updated this yet. This is always a hard one for me because I have to figure out who's new and who's not. So I got to work on this one tomorrow. Okay. Here's our grassroots tracking for June, and you'll notice here, if you can see this number, only 531 new supporters. Can you see that okay?
Yes.
What's happening here, and I went ahead and I've put this as the next slide. This is a graph on our data cleanup, which I'll have Larry Hartman come on and explain this a little bit. But what's happening here is the data cleanup is affecting our numbers.
Sure.
And so we're, I mean, do we want to clean the database up or not? If we do, we're going to probably have to accept that we're going to fall short of our grassroots growth goal.
yeah, certainly you want to clean up the data because it's just going to cause problems.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's a worthwhile project to be engaged in. We need to do it.
Yeah.
But you see some of the effects that we're having here.
Yeah. Plus,
so-
now we're going to know that whatever we see is fake.
Yeah. I mean, we'll have real numbers if we clean up the database. That's the only way to
Yeah.
operate is with real information.
And quite honestly, I think this is probably one of the reasons why it's not a high priority for national to correct this, because if this is affecting our numbers, can you imagine what effect it would have on our numbers? So
Yeah. They don't really have 2 million petition signers.
could be George, and maybe we really don't have over 5 million supporters.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Okay.
so we'll try to explain that tomorrow. and got the COS Indiana Live. This is a very, very busy slide. I don't know if this is people can actually understand this.
Yeah, it's mostly pictures, so it's good.
And of course, we'll be pushing the roundtable meeting, and coming up on the 28th. That'll be a big deal. By the way, I wanted to go back up here on COS Indiana Live. Well, you saw that last Monday. I had John Ackerman on as my guest on COS Indiana Live. So he did a good job talking about the upcoming roundtable meeting. And as you know, we have a dress rehearsal coming up this Friday evening.
At 8 o'clock?
At 8 o'clock, George, at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. So, okay, so we want to put the final touches on it. Comms team, Ken, what do you want to talk about?
Are at this point really in the middle of heavily promoting Roundtable this week. So
Okay.
there was promo number 2 that was put on Facebook this morning. I'll be running promo 3 on Thursday, and then probably I've got one that we did way back in May that I'll rerun. But that and what Rick has done, and we've contacted all the social media warriors, asking them to share, the message. So that's probably the biggest thing, is the round table promotion. I'm waiting for contributions for the newsletter. I know I'll get one pretty timely from Linda. Michael has promised to get something to me. I have to touch base with him again. And then of course we have the comms team meeting coming up, on the July 5th, I guess that is.
Okay.
So, comm Slack channel.
So you want to keep these talking points on here then?
Yeah, we can keep them on there. We'll touch base on each one of them. That's basically it. Yep.
Okay. Okay, this is a slide I had last month. Do we need to pull this off since we've nothing
for now,
more to
I
talk
haven't
about
had any
there?
updates to really make that worth a talking point.
All right.
They did another meeting last weekend,
Yeah, at Bass and Bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it was promoted on the radio stations. I don't know if you care, but yeah.
Yeah, I got that coming up. I thought I would then play the. Well, I skipped over this. I'll play this Marengo Mike video tomorrow night. Okay, then mention the strategy meeting, and then we'll get into the comms team, and then we'll go to Paul. I don't know what he's got to talk about. Probably not a whole lot. Okay. Then we'll go to this young man, and this is a slide I have not updated yet. This is always a hard one for me to update. So, do we have more than a couple new district captains actually since last month?
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't think so. I've been calling people. I haven't had making contact with anybody.
All right. What I generally do is I'll compare the LMT to the names that we've already mentioned here to see if there's any brand new ones. If there are, I'll put them on here.
Can't you just sort them by date, their assignment by date?
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
for
we
your
have a new
information.
VC today. Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, John Cobb's already on there. He just wasn't finalized in the LMT, and I did that today.
Okay. What, Gary? What were you going to say?
I was going to say I had a conversation with Richard Loken, and we're going to need to downgrade Steve Benson from a district captain to a volunteer. he's working a full-time job plus a part-time job, and he does not really have the time to devote to being a district captain. So
Who's that, Gary?
that's Steve Benson up in House District 6, way
Okay.
up north.
Well, all right. Then we'll just mention this training tracking report, and we gotta look at this. There's some people on here that haven't done anything. So, which when you stop and think about it, this always happens. We get a bunch of new people that have committed to being district captains, and I think some of them, they get started on this and they have second thoughts, that well, maybe this is more than what I thought it was going to be, and I think we've got some like that. Do you think so, Gary? That we're probably going to have to.
Well,
Clear
maybe,
out.
yeah. I will. When I give my update about the region captains, I'll cover that.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. Then we'll go to Gary, and now that mission excellence report that you sent me today, did you get my email response on that too?
I did. I did. The thing is, Dale, I want to chat about that. This report is based on self-reporting.
Right.
And so what I was thinking about doing is, I don't know if I can buy a gift card from the COS store, but maybe have a drawing once a month for everybody that updated their MEP sheet, and draw a name and say you get a $20 gift certificate at the COS store. Because I mean, as you pointed out, there's lots of things happening that are not being reported on the MEP sheet, but just like there'll be 15 to 20 people in the state call, and yet there's only maybe 6 people that will give themselves a point for it. And I don't know if it makes sense for me to spend, hours trying to update everybody's.
No, you should not have to spend hours trying to get this updated.
Yeah.
I mean, this ought to be something that should already be updated, and you should just pull it.
Well, do you think that the giving an incentive to people to, fill that out would be worthwhile?
Well, you've been trying to do something like that for a while now, so give it a shot. See if it works.
I
Come
guess
up with that idea.
I guess I'm not high on the idea, Gary. I'm just not high on it, because this ought to be something expected, and how would we pay for that? The other thing is,
I'll chip in $20.
We'd all have to chip in every month.
No, I'll chip that in. That's only $20.
But,
let me think about that. I don't know if I can buy a gift card from the COS store, but I could buy one from, Walmart or something. I don't know. We've done some things before that Paul threw in those gifts for people that were on the calling program that made a lot.
I paid for that $40 gift card that
You did?
I
didn't. Yeah, that was mighty kind of you.
Yeah, it was. I think it went to Thomas, and he turned around and gave it to Rick.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the Starbucks gift card that I gave to my daughters or daughter-in-law. I don't have a daughter, so anyway.
I don't know. I don't know what to do on this, Gary.
I want to try that once and see what happens.
Well, if we do that, I don't want to publish it. I don't want to announce it. I mean, if you do something like that, then what are you going to do for the district captains? What are you going to do for what are you going to do for this group or that group?
Okay. So you're saying what I should do is just do a drawing out of the people that reported this month and say, we are doing this today just to reward the people. I'm going to have a quick drawing and draw a name out and say, so-and-so who updated their MEP sheet got the gift card, and please do so every month, everybody.
Okay.
You like that? Or should I say next month I'm going to have a drawing and
Next month, yeah, you do it. If we do this, yeah, it'd be. We got to talk about this some more. Like I said,
All right.
I'm just not high on this idea.
okay.
Sorry, we don't have time to get into it tonight.
Okay.
Okay. I'm debating on whether do we want to have another one of these welcome new DCs. We had 2 guys show up on the last one.
Yeah.
Is it worth our time to do this? Do you think?
I think we're toast on that.
We've invited some of these people every month for all this year, and they still haven't shown up. So let's we're toast.
So what
on
are you
this.
gonna call? You're gonna call new people on a one-on-one then, Dale?
Well, they're going to have to contact me. They're going to have to contact me. Set up a call. Okay.
You want them to text first to set up the call, or just
Yeah,
try calling?
text me first.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Some events. We're still in Gary's area. I think Ken. I think you said you sent me another picture. Did you?
Yeah, you asked for one on Jill Jones. I see.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll put that on here. So we'll recognize that event that took place. We'll recognize Diane Jones and her meeting with Representative Carbaugh. And we'll recognize Susan Perry.
Peary.
God
Perry.
damn. It's Perry. Right?
Peary, like in peer review.
Perry.
Peary.
Okay, Susan P. All right.
Like the
Yeah,
peer,
if it was Perry, it'd be PEA.
No, it wouldn't. All right.
like the pier at the boardwalk.
Okay.
You're asking a grammarian.
All right. And then we'll recognize Fred and Gary for their presentation at Bass and Bucks. I think he said
Yeah,
they
he
had.
said that-
Huh?
yeah, I was going to say that. Go ahead.
I think he said they had like 17 people there.
Yeah.
So anyway, then upcoming events. I came across a couple more. Lake County Gun Show coming up in July. Peru Circus City Festival. I guess Fred and Gary are planning on maybe having a table at this festival, Circus City Festival in Peru, and of course then the round table coming up on the 28th. Do you know of any other events going on that I don't have on here? Whatever happened to the Allen County Fair that Vicki Mooring was trying to organize?
She sent a funding request to National, and Rick sent it. I don't know if we've heard anything back. We're kind of bumping against the deadline there, but
When's that
Yeah,
scheduled? Do you know when that's scheduled for?
it is,
End of July.
yeah, the last week of July, like the 27th through August 1st.
And it's
She's
the-
already passed the deadline of letting them know we want to do it, the organizers. And,
Yeah, I have a feeling if the National sends them a check, they'll happily cash it and give us a place. But
yeah. It's what is it? The Allen County Fair?
yeah,
Is that the name of it? Allen County Fair?
yeah,
And that is in Fort Wayne, of course.
yeah. We should check with Rick and see if he's heard anything on that.
Okay. All right. I'll get that added on here. And you think it's July 27th through August 1st? You think?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, well that's good. Any others? Whatever. Wasn't there one going on or being planned down in Franklin County? Is it or?
Well, I think there's a 4th of July parade that Melba was trying to organize people to march in, and did somebody else have something 4th of July or a parade? Let's see
I
if
know
there's-
Richard has done a parade in the past up in Plymouth, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're doing that again. Well, if you hear of any other events, I
Okay.
checked the team up calendar. I did not see any other events on there, so let me know if you hear of any more.
Okay.
And of course, then we'll have our prayer contact then, and then around the horn. So we'll finish up. All right.
Okay.
Okay. I put some things on Slack that we need to talk about. The LMT. It looked to me like we made some progress on the number of volunteers still on there. That's come down. But how come we still have 3 DCs on there? And how come that SIA is still on there? And we got 5 social media warriors still on there. How come these people aren't getting processed? Huh? How come?
I've
How
tried
come?
calling a couple of them, and I haven't gotten any feedback yet. Or I got need to call them again.
Do we? Let's don't. If they're not going to respond to us, let's reject them and get them off of there.
Well, this is like the first time I've tried calling them. So
Okay. Have you called Jerry Rowe on this SIA?
no.
I think this is the 3rd week I've asked you this question. Do you know who I'm talking about here?
Well, I'm looking at the sheet that you got up here. So
Thomas?
I don't see it.
I can't think of his name right now, but he's been on here.
Thomas Furness?
Is that what it is?
I believe so.
Hang on.
Yeah.
The list, the second one.
If you look at the open and in process list, he's been on there for some time now. Also,
Made myself a note.
okay, I've seen that note before too.
You know, that note got done.
We're gonna harp on you. I'll tell you, we're gonna beat you up, man.
You know, sometimes that's what it takes.
Well, I got National asking me about district captains that have been inactive in Citizen Builder. We've got 8 district captains that have not signed in to Citizen Builder in over 30 days. Do you ever look at those on Citizen Builder? These inactive.
Yeah, I do. And as a matter of fact, the only district captain we really have on there is that Steve Benson that I told you. He's the guy that Richard Loken talked to him, and the guy has a full-time job and a part-time job, and he needs to move down to being a volunteer. So he will come off of that list as soon as the removal is processed.
Okay, well, it's also showing, of course, Ed Paraguay. Ed is always on here.
Yeah.
How many district captains do we have in that district now? Somebody needs to be doing this.
Yeah, I emailed Ed, and
Christopher Bucks, Jennifer Cobb, Stacy Camp, Vicky Fisher,
I talked to
This
her
is just
today.
that this is them logging into the website, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is just logging on the Citizen Builder. That's all this is. David Trombley, Steve Benson, and Jeremiah Griggs. Over 30
I wonder
days.
how. Remember when Rodney was talking about this, and he says he's always logged in, so it never shows him as logging in because he's always logged in. He never logs out.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's because I know Vicky Fisher's in and out of there a lot. I mean, she'll call me with people or to ask me something, and she'll go into the website and show me where.
You would think that if a district captain is looking for new volunteers that have hit their district or whatever, they would be logging in here.
Well, I had a conversation with Vicky Fisher about that tonight, and she had gotten emailed information about volunteers, and so she was calling people just from that email, and she wasn't really going into district dashboard. She can't put the COS thing on her work computer, so she has a different computer that she uses for COS stuff. So she's going to plan on logging into that,
Yeah.
checking it in the mornings before she goes to work.
And now on the inactive in 7 days, the last 7 days, we've got 16 district captains. Of course, Ed Paraguay, Kevin Meyer.
What's going on with Ed? I haven't heard from Ed at all.
He
months.
never does this. Christopher Bucks, Vicky Mooring, Debbie Maley, Jennifer Cobb, Stacy Camp, Leanna Crable. There's Vicky Fisher again, Susie Harrell, Than Lennox, Steve Benson, Patricia Smith, Christina McMurray, Alan Corder, and Jeremiah Griggs. Haven't logged
If
in.
logging into COS University wouldn't count, would it?
It
It's
should.
the same login as
I
COS
would think so.
University.
You got to log into Citizen Builder to get to
Yeah.
it, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, you're supposed to use the same login for both. So I don't know. You can be out of Convention of States and still go to COS University, just cosuniversity.com. I don't know if you log in there, if that would count as.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's the same.
I don't know how. Is that on the MEP, Gary, logging into Citizen Builder? Is that on?
Let me take a quick look. I think that,
I don't think so.
Didn't we add that on there?
well, what's on there is doing a COSU,
Course.
completing any other COS University course.
Hmm.
And the DC 100 course, but other than that, it's any COS University course. Log into COS Action app or Citizen Builder to be done at least weekly. That is on there.
It is on there.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna. We're gonna have to talk about. I got some other things I want to cover here. We're gonna have to talk about this and because this attracts attention and.
Okay.
But beyond that, really, if a district captain, if they're doing their job right, they're at least logging on Citizen Builder once a week, at least, wouldn't you think?
Yes.
Yeah, look for new volunteers and stuff, or new people.
Just to do your job as a district captain. So
Yeah.
we're gonna have to talk about that and come up with
Okay.
a plan here. Okay. All right. Okay. Roundtable meeting coming up June 28th. I still have to revise the proposal. Brenda wants more detail.
Oh, wow.
And right now, we're going to have to submit a proposal for each roundtable meeting coming up. So it's a bunch of bull, is what it is. And Paul is going to try and work through his contacts on this. This is really it's going a little too far. But right now, I've got to revise. We're okay for having the June 28th roundtable meeting, but I've got to revise the proposal that I submitted to provide more detail on it. So I just blamed it all
Send them a
on.
video of our rehearsal. Section
Idea.
of our rehearsal.
Say, yeah. Well, anyway.
Yeah, anyway. Okay, let me skip down here. Ken, you got anything tonight that we need to talk about? You're muted, Ken, I think, or not hearing you.
No, he's okay.
Can
There you go.
you hear me?
Yeah, now.
Okay. No, I don't have anything. I've tried contacting. I'm gonna go blank on the name. Is it Linda? The gal with the radio background.
Oh, Christina McMurray.
Christina. I've sent her 2 emails. Haven't got a response yet.
She's got a computer problem. She's got a
Does she?
computer problem.
All right.
I-
I'll call her.
Yeah, be patient with her. She was scheduled to be my guest on the broadcast last Monday, but she couldn't get her computer to work. We couldn't get her computer to work. She's got all sorts of problems with it, so
Okay.
that's probably why she's not responding to your email.
Okay, I'll give her. I'll give her. I'll try and give her a call. I've left a voicemail for this other handicapped gal that I think it was Vicky Mooring passed on to me. No response from her either. I'm trying to get that person to that we're looking to head up our social media warriors. So just other than that, just plugging away, trying to get some answers on that, or get some people to respond. So. Having the same problem you guys
Okay.
have with some of these DCs, but that's about it for what I've got. Other than that, like I said, been working on getting the roundtable promoted.
Okay, your business still you still popping for you?
Yeah, I've done 3. I've had 3 projects over the last 3 weeks. I'm in the middle of editing number 2. Should have that done by tomorrow, and then I've got a couple days to get the 3rd one done, and then July doesn't look right now isn't as busy, but I've got a couple of decent jobs coming up in July as well. So
Okay.
it's staying a little busy,
Good for you.
managing to stay on top of it at this point. But
Yeah. Well, you slack off on COS stuff so you can take care of your business. So
it's that Dale Parrish guy. I don't know. I've blocked him a couple times, but he keeps getting through. I don't know.
Yep. I find ways to get through. Doesn't do any good, but no, I'm just kidding.
I know you are.
Okay, Gary, I think we've covered a lot. Did you have anything else? We've kind of covered a lot of
just
stuff.
some stupid thing popped up on my screen I'm trying to get rid of.
Oh, that's
Okay,
George. That's George. Don't.
George Pops.
I got a couple things. One is conversation with Gary Ridenour, and one of the things he was wondering is, and I told him I'd ask, can people set up like a convention estates of Allen County Facebook page? Do we have to get permission from National? Does National have to do that, or is that something they can set up on their own?
We just went through this with someone else requesting this, and I think the answer we got was they can set it up, but it has to be a private page.
I know there's something about we can't use their banner. It's a branding thing.
Yeah, but I think it has to be a private group. It can't be we went through this with our Veterans Coalition guy.
Mark Goatee.
No, the guy that brought up the minority thing.
Yeah. Walker, was that his name or no?
No,
no,
It
no,
was somebody else.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Damon, M, starts with an M.
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah.
Aaron Milliner.
Aaron Milner,
Oh, there you go.
because he wanted to set up something for just for veterans, and I think he contacted Rodney on it because Rodney was kind of handling, and I think Rodney told him that he could do it, but it has to be a private group.
Okay.
So you can only he would control who was admitted as a member
Yeah.
and have access to the page. So
Well, the thing is, yeah, that Gary Ridenour said, people that came to the meeting, like on Saturday, they were saying, well, how do we stay in touch? How do we find out when your next meeting is? He was thinking about setting up a Facebook page, but he wasn't sure. So what you're telling me is he can set up a COS group page for Fulton and Wabash or whatever counties those are, as long as it's a private group.
right.
Okay.
That's what I understand.
Okay. I think he
Now,
was thinking of having a private group anyway, so maybe that would
Yeah.
be.
But aren't we? Don't we put these on our? Well, we don't. We don't put them on our state Facebook page, do we? And the team up calendar is not available to the public, right?
Right.
Made that public yet? No.
So really for the public to find out, I mean, if he did an email blast to people in his region, they can invite their friends and neighbors, but the friends and neighbors would not know about it otherwise.
Right.
I think yeah. Okay.
Let's just handle it that way. Okay.
Private group. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, while I'm thinking of it, I was looking at the training sheet tonight, and we're talking about people on that sheet that haven't done anything,
Yeah.
and Gary's one of them. I don't think he's got any dates listed there.
No, he doesn't. And
And
Dale, what I was going to report, but if you don't want to, we can't. We don't need to talk about it. But I talked to all the region captains, okay? And Richard is going to be meeting with Gary and go over the training stuff with him of how to get into that. And how Gary's gotten this far without really that training, but he'd already done the Patriot Academy stuff. And so he had a lot of background in that without actually going through the COS training. Did you know those two guys are sort of short-tail relatives?
who?
Yeah,
Gary
Richard Logan.
Ridenour and Richard Loken.
No, I didn't know I didn't know they were.
Well, they just kind of found out, but Richard's mother-in-law is like,
He's married to.
yeah, she is Gary Ridenour's aunt.
Yeah, so they're like
aunts. Okay.
cousins or something.
Yeah, I mean they're not blood relatives, but through Richard's wife is married into the family of the Ridenours. So anyway, it was just kind of interesting because when they were talking to each other, they kind of discovered this, and so they got a good strong connection, and they're going to get together and.
Okay. Well, so Richard's wife and Gary are related.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
anyway,
That's interesting.
Richard is going to meet with him and show him how to get into the training thing. And
Yeah.
I've got, things the other region, another region is region 5 or region 4. George, do you remember taking Than Lennox through when you brought him on board back in February?
Taking him through the training guide.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that with all of them.
Well, he did, he did like 1 3/4 COS University classes, and he hasn't been back in it for months. So anyway, Larry had a long lunch with him and walked him through that. So hopefully he'll get back into that. But he had completely forgotten how to do it, which doesn't surprise me because
Well,
that
he
was-
was kind of on hold. He was suspended for a while too, wasn't he? For not suspended, he was
yeah,
kind of
he
on hold.
was he was on hold for things for several months. He's a realtor and he still works full time, and so that's kind of what's been up with him.
Yeah.
As far as people on the training sheet that haven't been doing anything, he's one of them.
Yeah.
But Larry's on top of that and trying to get him going. So really, all those people on the training sheet, Dale, that aren't moving along, I've talked to the region captains, mentors about that, except for Aaron Milliner, that's VCD, and people that are not DC or RC. I haven't really worried about them.
Yeah, we ought to take Aaron off of there. We ought to.
Yeah, there's no reason probably
No-
for him to be on there.
No reason. That really should be on. I know we don't do this all the time, but that really should be for district captains, and those are the ones we really
Okay.
want to track their progress on.
Well, we can take the other people off.
Okay. Does Vicky Fisher have a camera? Do you know?
I don't know.
It seems to me like
Everybody that has a phone has a camera, pretty much a smartphone anyway.
seems like when I called her, what did I do? Oh well, something sticks in my mind that she doesn't have a camera, and I was wondering if she was going to be able to come on camera tomorrow night on the. I know she said she would be on the call tomorrow night, but I was wondering if she was gonna be able to come on camera for the roundtable meeting. That's what I was wondering about. I mean, it's kind of important that.
Yeah, when I talked to
she
her
comes
about
in.
it, she said she's going to plan to be on there. Maybe I'll make sure I'll check and see if she
Let's
has a
make sure
camera.
that she's going to be on camera. That's
Okay.
Do you
very
use a
important.
phone? Does she use a phone to phone in, or does she have a computer?
She has a computer.
Got a couple
as
computers.
as far as I know.
No, then it should have a built-in webcam.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have a camera on my monitor from my desktop. I got a, third market thing.
Well, you're high tech, George.
I do have a camera on my Chromebook. See?
He's high. I'm not sure about the tech part, but George is high.
Hey, got to survive whatever it takes. So we want Milliner off of the training guide,
Yeah.
right?
Let's take
Yeah, you can wipe him out. And I think there was
Didn't we have Larry Hagman on there? Hartman, wasn't he on there or something?
he was on Dallas.
Hagman.
Wasn't he
That's-
from MASH or something like that?
he's-
He was on Dallas.
he was on Dallas.
Oh, yeah.
Larry
died.
Hartman.
Didn't he die? Didn't Larry Hagman die? Didn't he die?
I think he did.
Yeah, somebody shot him on the show, right?
Somebody shot JR.
I remember that so clearly. That was a big deal.
He died 30 years later. Yeah, he and Aaron Milliner are the only two on there that don't really need to be on there, I guess.
Okay. Is John Ackerman on there anymore? Didn't we take him off?
He's
I know
not
he
on
was
there.
he was wanting to. Okay. All right. Okay. George, unless you got any more, I think we already pounded you a bit here tonight. Do you have anything else?
No, I'm all done. Hang on. The
Damn,
summary posted on Slack. What do you mean by there?
I waited too long here. Huh?
Summary posted on. You mean that spreadsheet I did?
No. I posted on Slack the 30-day ones that haven't submitted. I haven't logged in the Citizen Builder, and also the LMT and the updates on the ones that are over 2 weeks old.
Oh, okay. That's all right. That's what you got under my name in the agenda.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Milner is off of the training guide.
Okay.
It's got to rename his tab here as available.
Available, huh? All right.
Yeah, the slot is available.
Okay.
He is gone, I see. Indeed, gone indeed.
Okay. All
Do
right.
that, Gary. I just went to his page and changed the name for the guy, and no, I didn't change it on the summary.
I always just delete their column, but yeah. Whatever.
Well,
It's-
Gary,
it's-
are you still thinking about Cheryl Schopmeyer as a potential region captain?
I am.
Yeah.
I was hoping that she would be located close to where Stacy Camp is because they're in adjoining districts, although they're in two different regions. I think they're probably about an hour apart, but I'm going to check, maybe see if they could meet in Greencastle, or I could meet both of them in Greencastle or something. That
Very
would
good.
be
Yeah.
kind of a halfway for both of them.
I think looking at the report, Stacy hasn't progressed.
No, she hasn't.
Very
And Larry has been trying to connect with her, and she's not responded. I think it's kind of where that is.
Thought she was pretty good there for a while. I thought she was very interested, very motivated.
Yeah, things happen sometimes for people, and
Yeah.
anyway.
Yep. All right. Ken, I saw one of the promos that you put on Slack, and there was something. Was it a promo that you did when we were trying to do these roundtables on a quarterly basis?
Yeah.
So that was not correct any longer then, right?
Well, I don't think it. Let me go back and look.
I might be mistaken. I thought
I don't think it just mentioned the round table. It didn't give a lot of details that I can remember. Let me just pull that back up here.
Well, the promo where
Yeah, there's writing.
somebody writes.
Yep.
That looked like a good promo, but I thought I heard on there quarterly. I thought I heard something about
I
quarterly.
have to go back and listen. Maybe
All
you're
right.
right.
It's no big deal at this point in time, but
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, at this point, the object was to get them to pay attention to the round table. I mean, I can fix it for future use, but
right.
I think if somebody listens to that promo, and realizes even when they attend that we're doing it every month instead of every quarterly. But yeah,
I tell you, I really do want this roundtable thing to go. I think this will. That brings up something else. But it seems like National seems to be pushing us getting back to the live events, the live town hall meetings, and live. And I guess those are fine, but doesn't it make sense that these virtual meetings don't they make more sense as far as getting people to attend these things? It just seems I just can't I know it's not the same as being there live with other people. I understand that, but my goodness, when you consider all the things that you've got to do to pull off a live event, and you have to convince people to actually show up at events like that versus something virtual like this, it just seems to me like there's no comparison. Am I off on that, or do you think the live events in actuality far outweigh any virtual events? What do you think?
I think it takes a whole lot more to get somebody to get in their car and go to a live event rather than
Sure
plug on
seems
their
to me
computer.
like that, Ken. Sure
I mean,
seems.
we've been conditioned for that for about a year now. People are pretty comfortable with jumping online and watching a virtual event. I mean, that's why I was pretty impressed. We had the turnout we did in Greenfield, but yeah, I mean, it takes a lot. Takes a lot to get somebody to jump in their car, leave their routine, and go to a meeting. I mean, heck, half these people have never even attended a local school board meeting.
I
What do you,
think that
I'm kind of on your team, Dale, with that, but you know, but if you look at quality, the people that do make the effort to get up and come to the meeting, they're going to be a lot more dedicated and a lot more interested. Whereas a lot of people that watch online just, you know, for entertainment sometimes.
yeah.
You know,
See,
but I think we need both, actually, is my opinion. But you know, I think there is value in the virtual, in the online stuff as well. You get a lot bigger audience, may end up with the same numbers of people that actually respond to it and join. Bigger audience but smaller percentage maybe, but that might equate out to the same physical numbers people that go to a local town hall. We've never had success in dragging any kind of audience into a local town hall. Recently, there's been a few exceptions. I don't know why those work, but dude,
That
Thomas went for 6 months, like going to the library like twice a month to the library there where he lives, and nobody ever showed up.
I
Finally,
know.
I drove down there just to be somebody to show up for one of his events.
We've all experienced that. I mean
Yeah,
that Dan Stock thing with Jill Jones. That to my knowledge, that's the highest attended live event we've ever had.
yeah, and that was probably because of the COVID news
Yeah.
that he was going to give.
What were you going to say, Gary? You had something you wanted to say?
well, I was going to say a couple things. One is I think it's really important to have physical meetings where people actually get together because of the opportunity you have to really connect with people.
Sure.
I think you can do virtual meetings as well once you get people connected, but you can't really connect with people on virtual meeting. I mean, you kind of see each other and can chat back and forth, but you haven't really made a connection, I don't think. I think the reason that Gary Ridnour and Fred are having success is because they've promoted the Dickens out of them with the help of the radio station, and they're getting people there, and the people who are there are like very enthused. And I think part of that is because they're making an actual connection with people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Well, I'll tell you. I guess right now, I want us to promote district captains, region captains having the smaller meet and greet type meetings, like what they're doing, like Leanna did, Crable, like what Jill has done, what Gary and Fred are doing. I think we should continue promoting that. But I think as far as trying to pull off any kind of big regional type town hall meeting like we've talked about in the past, I think we ought to give up on that. I think we ought to stick with these virtual meetings, and I think that's what the roundtable meetings. I think that's what those will satisfy.
I agree with George a little bit. I think you have to have both, but I think the virtual meetings you can virtually stir up more people, I think, to come out to a live event. And I was going to ask you, I mean, at this point, I mean, George mentioned the reason he thought that the Dan Stocks meeting was the highest attended is, again, it was a hot topic. It
Hot
brought people
topic.
out.
Hot topic. That's right.
You know,
That's right.
so I mean, we're
But
back to
I
that.
tell you guys, on this roundtable meeting and this StreamYard, and we are just barely scratching the surface on the potential of reaching out to other social media platforms. We're just scratching the surface on it. There's a great deal more potential there, to further promote these virtual meetings, and I just think that's I really want us to take advantage of that, but at the same time, we still encourage the smaller meetings, the smaller personal meetings.
Well, and I think too, on top of that too, Dale. I think I mean people. I don't know. People are at this point just beginning to feel comfortable with coming out into public again. I'm sorry. I mean, there's people that I mean, there are people like us and others that you know don't have a problem with it. But
you still see people wearing masks, don't you?
I'm still seeing people driving their car by themselves with a mask on.
I saw that today.
It baffles me.
Yeah.
So I think some people are just getting comfortable, you know, coming back out into public again, and you know, I don't know. I think it's you have to use both, and I think you can cross promote both ways.
Yeah.
People that are still walking around wearing masks probably aren't going to become activists for us anyway.
Well,
Probably not.
that's for sure.
All right. Okay. Anything else, guys?
No, I'm looking at Ryan Harner, that CSIA guy. He needs his account confirmed and volunteer agreements signed.
Okay.
He's down in Lafayette. Okay. All right.
All right, guys. Thank you. See you Friday night for sure. Huh?
No, tomorrow night.
See you tomorrow night.
Oh yeah, there's a
Good
state call
geez.
tomorrow night.
Oh man, yeah.
Where's Dale?
Somebody set that up, didn't they? Okay. All right, guys.
Night.
See you. Good night, everybody.
All
Good night.